Hello, and we're back. The stream has crashed for virtually no reason. I was trying to fix the error with Gruul
Oh yeah.
shrinking, and then this happened.
Oh yeah, I'm also shrunk.
Let's see if I can unshrink Gruul using the magic of...
No one's taken a burden yet.
Oh
If
my
any of
god.
you guys had taken a burden, I would be the next level by now. Hurry up and hurt yourselves.
Now Gruul is so large that Gruul's clipping through the overlay.
You get burdens by filling
Wait,
strain?
actually, I gotta open this.
No, if I watch over someone and they take a burden, I take it instead and mark 1 experience.
Yeah, I just mean
that's
how
just
we get burden.
Oh,
It literally hasn't happened yet, so I forgot.
Yeah. It's strain something. I forget.
Yeah, you have to. If you max out your strain,
Yeah.
then someone, Pog will give someone a burden. A person that maxed out their strain, the burden, and the burden will be like a -1 to one of your stats. It's actually pretty bad.
I think it's 2 stats. Yeah.
2 stats. Yeah, it's actually pretty bad.
Then do you get strain back once you take the burden?
Yeah, you do. You go back to 0 out of 5 strain. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it's
And then
fixed.
if you have a burden, you can choose, and you roll and succeed on something, you can choose to invoke the burden, get experience but fail, when you otherwise would succeed.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we got there.
Hey,
It actually only took seconds of work, so... I should have really just fixed that last session. Anyways, welcome back to the cave. Where we last left off, you went into a cave. Now you're in the cave. There's 3 sections to the cave. There's the inner layer, which is warped by the dragon. The dragon has a presence which affects the world, and in this particular case, it creates this cavernous vertical ice layer. Going into the cave was fine, but once you hit that layer, things start to get a little bit...
Yes.
Nonetheless, you made it deeper within the ice cave, getting so sidetracked until you eventually discovered dwarves existed. The
Yes.
dwarves were created by Professor Salcro, and many dwarves did not appreciate Salcro creating increasingly depraved genetic experiments, and as such, they staged an intervention which led to them being exiled from where Salcro and his crew were. The King of Dwarves exists somewhere in the world, but this group of dwarves, led by someone by the name of Red Shield 12, were unable to make any progress, and so split off from the King of Dwarves and hid in the cave, whereupon they have lost the vast majority of their number.
Red Shield 12 reporting in.
Here we are.
Red Dragon 6 reporting in.
And so, you are in the cave, you have rested with the dwarves.
Oh yeah.
And it is time to continue.
All right. So we don't have the -1 anymore on the icy path.
That's correct. The dwarves have given you some advice.
Just go up, Smile.
All right.
Ignore everything else and go up.
Yes. And I will... I'm going to use my parable. Should I use that right away? Yeah, why not? I'll use parable again to help find the path of warmth.
The path of warmth.
I think that's what it was last time.
The path of warmth before led you to because the dwarves had a fire.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah, it was specifically for finding them, not for getting out.
Well, warmth could be like the out. It works. Okay, so that plus 1d. Who's got the good traverse? Who's taking this
Gruul and
first
I
roll?
both have good traverse.
Okay,
At 3.
I have 2, so yeah. one of you, if we want to make sure we get it, you can take the 1D. And so you'd roll 4.
Zephyr, sense 4. I'm going to continue doing this. This is a new idea, which is just
Ooh,
passive
okay.
skills based off like what you're sensing. So passive, sense 4, you are being followed.
Like we left the dwarves and we're being followed by something.
That is correct. You notice as you're walking through that you can hear a set of footsteps which is trying to match your own.
I think I'll say I don't know if I'd bring it up, but yeah, I'll say yeah. I think someone from the camp is following behind us. I don't think we have to worry about it quite not yet. They don't seem to be approaching us.
You sure it's
Often
from
they
the
just-
camp and not like a kobold?
It's best guess. It could be a kobold, but whoever it is doesn't want to be heard by us. They stop walking when we do.
I don't think we should probably be followed by an unknown person. We should do something about it.
All right, I'll hold up the torch, turn around, and say hello. I could hear your footsteps. Are you from the camp?
You just told them information that they might not have known.
Oh,
I am frightened, but I am making an attempt to hide.
Is that a dwarf? Yeah, that's the dwarf. That's a dwarf talking. You can come out.
If you want to come with us, you can just come with us, you know.
Yeah, if you want to go to the exit, we'll happily guide you.
I see. It has been forbidden to go out by Red Shield 12. However, I do not wish to go with the remainder of the dwarves to Mistfell. I have a dream.
Well, join us on our journey and tell us about it.
I am going to be the first dwarf to see the interior of the Starcrest Temple.
Why would you want to do that?
It has not been done before, so by me doing it, I am the first one to accomplish this goal.
Do you think a Minotaur's ever been inside the Starcrest Temple? Will I be the first?
It is distinctly possible. I do not know the entire history of the temple, only that dwarves were created after it was sealed.
Why would someone teach you about the temple?
We have learned about the temple as it is nearby our base.
And I assume we said some of it.
You mentioned you were going towards the temple.
Okay. Yes, of course you can join us. I don't think any of us have a problem with it, and I consult the rest of the group.
I'd say sense motive them, but I don't think
They can't
someone
lie.
without emotions is going to be
Yeah.
very easy to read.
They're just earnest.
Girl, you're kind of the expert. How do you feel about others entering the temple?
Gruel shrugs. Pilgrim site, I think.
You know, that sounds fair, yeah. Pilgrims of all shapes and sizes can go.
Yeah.
If
This
they're
is
allowed entry, they're allowed entry, yeah.
yeah. This can be their pilgrimage as well. We didn't get your name. What was your name again?
I am Violet Pod 19.
Is it
that's
okay
nice
if we
name.
just call you Violet?
I do not understand what referring to someone by only their eye color would do. But very well.
Oh, it's just a cuter name, you know? To give you like a shorter, cuter name.
I am not cute. I am fearsome. She holds out her 2 daggers and, tries to do a menacing pose. It is not menacing to you remotely in the slightest.
Oh, that's adorable. Don't worry.
If you burst sight someone without adrenaline, it doesn't do anything to them, right?
That's correct.
It's not like Conqueror's hockey, and I'm gonna knock him out. Can I burst sight Violet? Just to...
Well,
She'll know.
She'll know.
you cannot. She rejects your burst.
Oh,
I believe
that
the dragon
means-
is attacking.
Wait, why
no.
would the dragon be attacking?
I have felt a strange presence, which I can only surmise to be the dragon.
oh, sorry. Let me
Oh, then
calm
we
you
should
down.
hurry.
That was,
Let's go.
That was me. I didn't know you had adrenaline.
What is adrenaline?
Wow, we're still figuring that out ourselves. It's
I see.
something some people have and some don't.
Perhaps we will find the solution in the Starcrest Temple.
Yeah? Could be?
I must admit, I said that is a partially deceitful statement in an attempt to get you to go to the Starcrest Temple, though it is distinctly possible, so I have not told a lie.
That tracks. Yeah. Alright, so shall we proceed to the exit and go up?
I got pittance if we want to help climb up.
Yes.
The climb continues. However, you now have the assistance of Violet Pod 19 for whatever it amounts to, which is nothing. But you had earlier expertise from the dwarves, who advised you to always go up no matter how foolish it seems.
And so we will go up, blindly. Confidently.
Alright, Oven, let's see how confident you go up.
Alright. Do you want to take the 1D from my parable? I have another one.
Sure. Are we...
So is
position
Violet...
controlled?
Violet's not giving more help. She's just with us.
That's correct.
Oh, come on.
Alright, I will allow you a minor complication, or to suffer lesser harm. The minor complication is quite simple. It will just add 1 to this crisis clause.
Ah, yes, of course. Do you want to get over it now or later?
Go with the harm. You can just... That's gonna just wash off you anyways.
What is happening here is as you're trying to escape, you get noticed by some kobold guards that attempt to shoot at you.
Alright, I'll take the harm.
Alright. Well, I have good news, which is that it is 1 harm.
Well, it kind of just wastes my steel skin, that's all.
I guess it's not good news for you.
No. Kind of why I didn't want to, but...
Oh, damn.
Right.
So
you
doesn't
make progress going.
Oh, so we made progress. Okay, so it's not just a +1 to the next one.
Not in this case.
All right.
Because again, you know exactly where you're going.
All right. I will use parable again. I'll hold out my staff like a dowsing rod or dowsing rod, whatever it's called. So should Gruel roll next? Because then she'd get a 4D as well.
I believe Gruel would roll next. I think that was the order we were.
All right, that's a traverse. We're just trying to go up, right?
Yep. And you have +1.
And it's controlled.
At the moment, it should have been risky as the thing
Oh.
matter.
Okay. risk.
There would have been 2 harm in that case, but again, it's 0 harm.
Hey.
Yes! Yes!
Great success. We are moving up, and knowing exactly where to go makes traversing these caves a lot. And despite the brief moment of danger that you had, you are starting to see the end of it. It is getting less. And you're starting to see the Starcrest Temple away.
Okay. So we've got one more to get out of the ice.
Can I spend effort to aid the next person that goes?
You certainly...
I'll go. So that'll put me at 3 because I've got 2 traverse.
Yeah, so add 1.
Is this risky?
This is still risky. You are still in the lair of the dragon.
All right. Come on. Okay, partial success.
Partial success is fine when you know where you're going.
Yeah, I'll take the harm and +1 to the escape timer.
All right. I should mention a rule which has been a little bit neglected, but is still a rule nonetheless. At any point, you can elect to take harm. Did you know?
For what reason?
Hey, how much harm is he taking?
This is 2 harm.
Because I have my special ability. Now, like, close to you suffer strain, and I said I was helping, so you can take the strain for them. Addition, you can spend 1 effort when you take any strain to reduce it by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Nice.
So I can take the 1 strain. It'll
All
cost
right.
me an effort, but... So I have no
Okay,
more
so
effort, but...
we're out of the ice. I've got effort, so I will help
Although
the
my
next
second wind is this. So I have no idea.
I think
yeah.
that would just, like, be... Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be free?
I think last time we ruled, this would trigger before taking this, so I'd be left with 1 effort, basically. It would clear my effort, then add 1. That's what we did last time. Just otherwise, it's completely busted.
All right. You've made it out of the snowy area. Dougal, you are able to do the final roll.
I would
Zephyr,
use-
as you're escaping here, there's a minor collapse. Not
slip,
enough that
right?
would seriously cause injury, but enough that would hurt. Were
I
it not
bruised
for
my
Oven...
hip.
Yeah, Oven jumps in the way and takes the brunt of it. You bruise your hip.
I would have broken it if he hadn't jumped in the way.
Oh no.
Okay. So you can use effort after the fact, right? Like if
can.
Douglas a roll, I can use effort to help him. Oh no, it's before. He could use effort to push.
Aid
after.
is technically a boon, so it's a before. But
Okay,
to
yeah.
push, you can do it after, I think. Actually,
Okay,
I
I
don't know,
will
because push
aid.
is also a +1 boon, so I don't...
All right, I'm going to aid Dougal on his traverse. So I'll mark off 1 effort.
This is what we gotta do to avoid the crisis.
All right, what you got for us, Doug?
Guide us home. If you're talking, you're muted.
It's
Doug.
Dougling time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they said okay. 1 second.
What did they
They
say?
have some,
They said okay. 1 second in
Okay.
game chat.
Yeah, I was looking at the Discord. Yeah, I figured it was some
If you have a
technical-
hardware switch on your mic, check that. If not, check your devices in Discord. Have we heard him at all talk? So, okay. It might have been a while then, the whole session. Which I guess is only, 15 minutes or whatever.
Oh yeah, you probably got to check your device.
Devices. Hopefully you didn't say anything too important that would have saved us.
Yeah. App settings, voice and video. and then you've got input and output devices.
VP19 walks
There
up
we
to
go.
you as you're leaving the snowy
Hey,
area.
Okay.
again.
Okay, I have been saying things this session, but it hasn't like fully risen to the point of they are ignoring me until just now. Great, wonderful. This is all because of Street Fighter 6 and plugging in a controller, fucking up all of my defaults because controllers have microphones and speakers in them now for stupid reasons. Okay. So, this is at plus 2D, correct?
You're
one-
being assisted.
And the dwarf bonus, or was the dwarf bonus just removing that penalty?
The dwarf bonus removes the penalty.
Okay, so
+1.
+1. It's good to be out of the phantom zone.
You were pretty quiet there for a while, Dougal. Deep in thought.
Deep in thought, yeah. Yes!
Woohoo!
Yes!
That's what we were fishing for.
He was
this whole
thinking
time.
about how to get out.
Yeah, that
Alright.
checks out.
I'll give you two choices. You can either add 2 to the escape, or you can add 1 to the escape and subtract 1 from the crisis.
I think we do that.
Yeah, let's get rid of the crisis opportunity.
Give ourselves some room to breathe, yeah.
Yeah.
The cautious choice. I would have done the 2.
Yeah, well, the rest of you are up challenged recently, so
I love how in character it is.
As you make your way out, you come to a much warmer part of the cave, which is a welcome respite from the cold that you've been enduring. VP19 walks up to you. So, you have adrenaline.
Yes.
yeah.
This is a power that will allow you to defeat the large guardians on the outside of the Starcrest Temple.
The what?
There are large
They're
guardians.
guardians?
Yes,
Of course.
the twin lesser guardians and the greater guardian that resides deeper within, according to the parables.
What parables?
These are stories that were taught to us.
I'd love to hear them.
Very well. You see, it has been a goal of the Viridian Knights for some time to gain access to the Starcrest Temple. Originally, we were given these abilities to move and maneuver stone as a way of gaining access, to dismantle the structure using our stone abilities.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
It did not work, as the Starcrest Temple is protected by divine magic. Or so it was told to me. I was not involved in these initial attempts.
Once we open it, are we going to be able to shut it again? Assuming
That is unclear. It has not been opened. What I can tell you is what is rumored to be with
Really?
What is...
the star map. The first piece of
Well, I assume other things.
It's an ancient temple. There must be many things.
there must be fresh fruit and torches that are lit for some unknown reason.
What?
Haven't you
Ancient
heard that?
temple. Ancient
No?
temples have torches that never go out.
Well, I mean, yes, ever-burning torches are a thing, but why fresh fruit?
Yeah, I don't know. It just
Like,
happens.
yeah, sometimes you kill a skeleton and you loot its corpse and there's like a banana on it.
When has this ever happened?
When I was a couple years ago when I was playing Oblivion on the Xbox 360.
You see, it is known to scholars that gnomes go around giving fresh fruit to skeletons.
Mm-hmm. That's what I meant to say.
They're very, very tricky.
I learn a lot about the outside world through books. Books are prohibitively expensive, it is said, so I have to steal them.
I mean, books are expensive, yes, but
We've had a
Dougal
place where the
holds
books
on
were
to
pretty
notes
cheap.
a little bit tighter.
In Serial, they were pretty
Do
cheap.
not worry. I will read your book. You have no reason for me to fear, as you will show me the contents of the book.
I got a book on giants. Does that count?
I would like to learn more about Giant.
Here, I have
Do you
Roy.
know the members of the Biscuit Gang?
Yes.
There is one called Chocolat who has dedicated his entire life to killing the followers of Bryquin, who is a studier of Giant. The Cyclops King, as it is.
Yes.
I would wish to know why someone could hate Giant so much.
Yeah, it's pretty rude. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Didn't you punch 2 giants in the face to get into this cave?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
That's
yeah.
Well, I mean that's how giants greet each other, right?
no.
I mean,
never.
I probably could have talked them down, just talking in giant and showed that I understood, but this gets a much more respect.
They
Us.
they seemed pretty set on not letting us through.
Yeah, they. I bet they do respect us now. We could probably go back and say, "Hey, what's up?" and apologize, and it'll be fine.
It is said the original pilgrimage began at the Starcrest Temple.
Yes, we've heard that as well.
Where did you get all this information from?
Professor Selkrow has taught it to us.
I mean, if they're intent on getting in there, they probably learned as much as they could.
Yeah, that's. We're going to run into him, aren't we?
Caramel Chocolate Frost. I just realized their names all chained together really well. In the Biscuit Gang.
That is correct.
In Larrington, right? Was that?
It is
Larrington
debated by many as to what the treasure at the end of the pilgrimage is. I have heard some rumors.
It's the One Piece.
One of the most interesting rumors is it is where the lost continent can be found.
Okay, I am.
You lost
rolling
a continent?
study.
How did you manage that? What do you know?
And it is dark, so I have increased effect. Hooray!
You would know the very basics of what the lost continent is. And to explain, we must view the world map in aggregate. When zoomed out, you can very clearly see that the world has been cleaved in half. This was done by Bale. Well, it was done by the Calamity Dragons. There are 4. 3 of them were involved in this battle. Now, what has happened to Luskalia is the world was destroyed. The end result is that people had to rebuild the world from the ground up after the Calamity Dragons cleft the world in twain, as has been pointed out. However, when you observe the world map, you notice the Calamity Archipelago split off from Faroe. Now, on Senistan, however, there is an area underneath Pequemini and Son. Records indicate that there was actually a larger landmass that was connected to this area that has been lost.
Look, New Zealand is there. except they call
Now,
it blood shelt.
the common theory is that the dragons have simply just destroyed and cratered that area. This reason is compounded by the fact that Sonam, the land of eternal war between dragons and the gods chosen, is right next to it. Why wouldn't the dragons have destroyed the area next to the area that they are now embattled in a bitter war for? But there is another theory, which is called the Lost Continent theory. It's really less of a continent and more of a subcontinent, like the Meltavacian Peninsula. The Lost Continent theory goes as follows. When the world was destroyed in the initial calamity, there was a larger landmass connected to Pequemini and Son. This landmass floated off into the ocean and was absorbed by the mist. This is called the Lost Continent theory.
Do dinosaurs come out of the mist?
You have seen some of the things that have come out of the mist.
That would be the Lost World. Please
Thinking
clap
of
for
Stephen
my...
King's The Mist, actually. But...
I was hoping for applause when I made that.
Yay.
VP19, then, without missing a beat, Dougal, as you're thinking about the ramifications of the Lost Continent theory, she just continues, because to her, this is just like a thing that they've been talking about for, like, her entire life. The other theory, and this is a far more interesting one, is that the treasure at the end has a way to undo the effects of curse lands.
What? Does it say what it could be? What the item is?
It is unknown. This is just a theory, however, as a cursory exploration of history would indicate that the destruction of the world should result in significantly more curse lands than there actually are. Either the curse lands clear up over time, and we just haven't witnessed any of that since the founding of the Hinkleyan Dominion, or there is a device that can reverse the effects of curse land.
I mean,
Why would you hide such a
maybe,
device? Wouldn't everyone want
but that's
that?
The theory states is that this device, though useful, can be used inversely
Oh.
to absorb curse lands and to later expel it at another point.
no.
If it exists,
That's
you
a-
can use it for war.
That's a lot like a Clisp crystal with how it works with Aether.
Yes,
I mean, maybe that's a thing, sure, but this sounds a lot like someone who had a neat idea and then kind of came up with facts to fill it in afterwards. This is a lot of, like, maybe this thing exists, maybe it's in the place that we think could exist.
Well,
It's all imaginary.
there's only one way to find out, and that is to go there ourselves.
and there is reason to believe in this theory. You may not be aware of this. However, our dear friends in the Biscuit Gang,
Wait, you have friends that are deer? That's cool.
the Biscuit Gang are the only Viridian Knights that have ever treated us with kindness. Biscuit and Carmel, in particular, are from the past.
Are we all from the past?
What?
That's called growing up.
I'm from the past.
From the past, how?
A time distortion happened in the city of Presalia that they come from. They claim that the city of Presalia was the site of a divine war, and that they witnessed in real time the queen of the Hinkleyan Dominion fighting back the curse lands with some strange device. They then surmised that because the queen of the Hinkleyan Dominion, Felicia Feltwarren, was to be on the first pilgrimage. That, she has hidden it at the end. Of course, it could also be a paladin technique that we are unfamiliar with. Nonetheless, they are determined to free their city.
Free their city from...
Time distortion.
The time distortion is how they were able to survive. Pelsalia is lost, and has been for thousands of years.
Is there like a god of time you can like sever or something?
A god of time. There are only the 6.
Challenge you.
Surprised that you know about the 6. I thought Selkro would have just kind of covered up that bit.
Salcro is our creator, but he is not the 6.
No,
I have read about the 6 in other books, and I have come to realize that Salcro has performed the act known as lying.
Yes, he very much has. Okay, so you have other books that makes sense. Yeah.
My hobby is stealing books.
That's maybe not the
I
greatest
look at my bag to see
hobby
if my book is
to
there.
have going forwards.
I do not understand. I have not been caught yet.
I guess that doesn't make it a good idea. You really shouldn't steal things.
But I cannot afford books.
Yeah.
That
I mean, you just give them back after when you're done with them. It's not a big deal,
Yeah.
right?
You must
That seems
understand,
fair.
to keep a book is the greatest act of vileness that I can imagine. For the knowledge within the book once read remains in your head thereafter. But to keep the book and not allow others to read it is to prevent that knowledge from being spread.
you know what?
Have you-
Let's just get you to a library and
You know, yeah, exactly.
What
You
is
know
a
what-
library?
You know what you might like is
I don't think
oh
libraries
God,
are usually
why-
open to the public.
what's the desert city's name? It's Shelling. Not
Shelling, yeah.
yeah,
I
Shelling.
have heard of
Yeah, you might find that interesting. They are a collection of nomadic librarians describing pretty much the principles you're laying out here.
I
Maybe
see.
after you visit the Starcrest Temple, you could head there next.
What is a library?
It's a place with a lot of books that you can do exactly what you described. Take it, read it, and then give it back so someone else can read it.
I mean, some of them you have to read the book in the library itself, but it's
That's true.
it's
The
there to
library
be
is a
read.
place where books are deposited.
Yes.
Yes, and then anyone can take them out.
I see. I will steal all the books and
No.
send them to the library.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
No, that's still
That's very close to an actual position. Instead of stealing, you could acquire. You could go searching the world for rare books and bring them back to this library where they could be
Yeah.
let's
copied and spread and disseminated.
That is
Maybe-
correct. I will
maybe
find
we
all
could-
the rare books held in storage by the rich and miserly.
I think it's a good idea.
Violet Hood.
that's
Violet Hood. Oh my God.
I'm
We just met Violet Hood 5 years
No.
before. She's huge.
no.
I can't
Ah.
wait to tell everyone about it.
I can't wait.
Like ethics are complicated. It's
You could read about them in a book.
I mean, isn't that for the greater good?
Hey,
I have often considered
Duckle.
ethics.
Dougal, it doesn't have to be exactly this, but it's so close to an actual, real useful position. Let's let her kind of figure that out. But she's so
Okay,
close. It doesn't need to be changed much. It's so close. But yeah, let's just go with this for now.
I get that, but Owen's going to start talking to her about all the best book stealing techniques and how she should totally
Well,
steal all
I
the
don't know how to
books.
steal it that well, but I could probably teach you
No,
how to kill
but-
someone with a book.
That's the kind of thing he's going to do. He's going to like tell her to invent book foo or something.
I mean, yeah, if you catch a fist in a book, it's actually quite good.
Well, actually, I didn't spend much time in Shelling, but there is book foo in Shelling. Don't forget, they are warrior librarian monks.
They don't fight with books though.
I bet you fight with a book. You fight with a book. You fight with a book.
That is magic. I am not hitting people with the book.
If you take the paper,
it just explodes ice everywhere and just freezes everyone.
The book
I have read
is
a fantasy novel once. It tells the story of a clergyman who used a book to fight. He called himself the preacher in the novel.
It's kind of on the nose.
Well,
isn't it?
yes, but that is fantasy, not how things work.
This is the real world.
I apologize. I get caught up in fantasies of being a heroic rogue that steals book from the rich.
Dougal, just let her have it. That's so cool.
I'll let her
Just let her
have
have
it.
it.
Just
Let her
don't
have it.
just don't go plotting on how to make this work. We kind of need to establish that stealing isn't really acceptable socially.
I think the people at Shelling could teach her that, but the energy she's got is right. It just needs to be
You're right.
redirected.
You shouldn't sneakily steal something. You should just beat them up and then take it.
No!
I heard of a
I mean, that's what we
ogre
do.
that used to do that.
I see. I am not very good in combat.
But you have adrenaline, so you could probably become pretty good.
What is adrenaline?
It's that feeling you had that you thought the drag. Actually, hold on.
It's what brought you
said-
to us.
When I did that burst sight on you to realize you had adrenaline, you thought it was the dragon.
That is correct.
Why? Is that what it feels like when the dragon notices you?
Yes, when the dragon is near, I feel this tingling presence, and I use it to advise my hunting parties to escape.
So now
Red Shield
everyone in
12
your
has
group-
the same power.
Oh, so it's not all of you.
Well, of course. I
I
mean,
mean, that's why the others were
Maybe I
not drawn to
could've-
come with us, but she was.
That's right. Maybe
Let's-
adrenaline
let's-
has something to say about the spirit of the person as well.
let's not get too caught up on adrenaline as this all-controlling
It's
force of fate
will
here,
personified.
because it seems like it's going to lead into morally not great places if you follow that
Aha, I'm
too
justified
hard.
because adrenaline, yes. That's what you're thinking.
Adrenaline doesn't have to be a bad thing, Dougal. We have it.
It's not bad. Like, yes, but it's a thing that some people have and some people don't, and I'm just not.
I'm concerned about the quality of it. You think we should give everyone adrenaline? Then won't everyone be attracted
understand.
to everyone?
What Sir Dougal is referring to is the idea that perhaps that I would be confused by the ability that I possess into assuming that I am superior to people that do not possess such an ability. However, I would counter with a more intelligent retort, which is that what is adrenaline anyways, and why is adrenaline superior to other talents? For example, I am not capable of drawing, but there is a dwarf in our village who can draw very well.
Yes, exactly. It's less that I'm concerned about you picking that up, and more that just like I
I am not a child.
no, it's not about. It's not even about you. I'm just Sorry, I'm
You just don't want the information about adrenaline disseminated to the
no.
public?
It's
Not that?
I don't want us as a group. Like, I just want to make sure that we aren't going to be weird about this.
What are you talking about? We're the
And
greatest adventuring party that's ever existed.
like, yes, we've all got adrenaline, and
Well,
we've apparently started pinging everyone we meet to see if they have it, and
Well,
I mean,
think
that's
we're
good for
doing
security
it,
to do.
everyone.
After all, people with adrenaline are not only drawn to us, seemingly, but they are also the biggest threat to us in general.
If you're worried about the influence that this power has upon us, remember this. We didn't have adrenaline when we started our journey. And we got it in the middle of it, and our goals did not change.
I know,
Are you
I
sure
know,
about
I
that?
trust
think we
you.
all had
I'm
adrenaline
just
when we got picked for this journey.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm just overly uptight about the whole thing. Sorry,
It's confusing.
it's my bad.
Confusing. Yeah. No, it's good that we talk about this stuff. Yeah, I mean, things don't have to be perfect right from the get-go. Like, yeah, we don't want her killing people and stealing their books, but I mean, there's a community of like-minded individuals not far away.
Yeah,
We should encourage her to go there. I truly think, yeah, I think that she would be happy there.
yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Gruel.
yeah.
But let's get going. I want to
Gruel,
see
what are
what's
you
in
up
this
to?
temple.
Just listening.
You're just listening?
Yes.
Oh, I
You
haven't
You
moved
noticed?
into it. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's completely fine. Stay there, actually. Something's gonna.
Oh,
A bargeway approaches.
hey,
Oh,
Here, of all places?
That is correct.
there could be a colony somewhere.
is it the Bargeway Prince? The
It's not the
Awakened?
bargeway prince.
But it could
You've
be linked
seen the
to
bargeway
it.
prince.
That would be bad if he was here.
Yeah.
Cyril would be in trouble.
Gruel pets the Bargeway.
Such affections are not warranted for me. You have rescued our prince.
Yes.
That is good. I noticed you there. I recognize you. You have hat of silly.
Well, what are you doing here? This is not a very warm place.
We are on scouting mission. It is very cold, but the man in the red cape was said to be in the area. The bargeway prince has asked us to investigate to see if there are any clues.
Red
do
Cape,
realize
what
this
do you
place
know
is
about him?
Very dangerous.
He once was a hero to the bargeway prince. We do not know much about him. Only the prince knows. Just that the prince wants him to be returned safe and sound to you.
Well, you can come with if you want.
I see. What is this strange rotund halfling that you have with you?
It's like an anti-giant. It's like the inverse of a giant.
New species.
They're
I
called
see.
a dwarf.
The bargeway skitter. It just starts clacking its claws and like jumping back and forth. Only Gruel can make sense of this. But the bargeway is Heroes of Larrington, thank you for your acts of service to our king.
They say, "Thank you, save Larrington."
Oh, wait. How does the barge the layout here know that?
Remember, they have a hive mind. They're psychically connected.
Yeah, but we're on like the other end of the country from where that prince is.
The reason why is because while you went all the way around from Syria,
Yeah.
this guy just went straight to the temple.
Okay.
Yeah, like the actual distance between Serial and here is way shorter than the path we took.
We stopped for weeks.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking that it's like a continuous colony that is way bigger than we thought.
Oh,
No, this is a scouting.
like an ant, like
Okay.
ants.
Yeah. No, that makes more sense.
And 2 other bargeway come out.
All right, we've doubled in size. We are now a party of 8. The Aether Pilgrims, the 4 original, Violet, and then 3 crabs. The heroes.
The
of
large
world.
insects are referred to as crabs.
Can't believe we're
Bargeway.
being replaced by
Those are
celebrities
bargeway.
already.
Bargeway.
It is good to have emergency rations.
No.
Let us rest for the night.
Wait, do they taste
No.
good?
Cave
Yes.
bugs are an important source of protein.
They actually do.
I have
taste
not
really
seen
good.
any of this type.
But we can't eat these, right? Right,
They're
we can't.
intelligent,
We
so
should.
that's
We're not.
probably a bad thing.
Yeah, we
to eat.
can't.
I heard you
I
get
love
like
how
brain
Gruel
worms or
is just.
something.
I love how Gruel is just slowly making people into vegans around.
Well, no, they're intelligent. You get like brain worms if you eat intelligent things. That's what I was told.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's just an excuse to make you not eat intelligent things, but
No, I buy that. That makes sense.
Dougal, is this true?
Uh, uh, um,
what does Dougal know about eating
I
intelligent
think he's just trying to decide whether to lie and just let us continue being idiots or correct us.
I mean, it's really complicated. Just, I would advise against eating sentient things just on moral grounds.
Yeah.
But yes, there are other reasons that it's not a good idea. No.
Look, when you're stranded in enemy territory, and you
Besides,
need
we have
food,
plenty of rations.
You have to consider all your options, and sometimes it's eating intelligent things, and you have to decide.
We are not stranded
I look at Oven and he turns into like a giant steak in my eyes. And then I shake it away. It's like, wait, what am I doing? We've got rations. We've got food. And we're almost out.
Is Dragon Territory not considered enemy
And
territory?
then I apologize to Oven, but I don't elaborate for what for.
Don't worry, little man. It's fine. I forgive you. I don't know what you did,
You
but I
look-
forgive
You look at me and I turn into like a pile of cotton candy.
you. Yeah, floating in your cloud.
Yeah.
As you are settling down for sleep here, Doug and Zephyr, only you two, only Dougal, only Zephyr. You feel a knocking at your mind. The dream key is preventing something. It is a gentle and probably not dangerous intrusion, but nonetheless an intrusion. One that you have the ability to deny. Do you wish to continue? Yes or no?
I let it in.
Oof.
I don't
Someone's
think.
knocking? Someone's
think from
knocking at my
a-
mind?
I think from a character perspective, I have to say no.
I think Zephyr would say yes.
Alright, Dougal, you, through the power of the dream key, do not allow yourself
Your character doesn't die. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So, those of you not in the stream, or those of you not in this scene, you can visit the stream to see what's going on. Right now, Zephyr, you are in sort of like this violet area, and it is pitch black all around you. Zephyr, what do you do?
Yes. I reach for a torch or any of my equipment, or I just hear as me.
You are here as you. As you
Okay.
reach for the torch that comes out appears to be a constellation of a torch that nonetheless functions.
I light it up. It's beautiful.
You are in this pink space with pink and purple clouds that gently float.
This is lovely.
Then, a constellation appears. It's a few stars at first, but they connect themselves together, and once the form of an eye appears, the eye itself catches on fire. An intrusion of red into this pink and purple space.
A single eye.
A single eye. So, you are the one that dreamed me.
Normally I wouldn't know what you're talking about, but shockingly this has happened to me a couple times already, so I'm gonna say yeah.
Then, Challenger, what has Noom instructed you to do?
Wow. Well, that's a difficult thing for me to answer. Noom doesn't really give me orders or a concrete mission or goals. It's complicated interpreting the messages he gives me in the first place. So
The eye
my answer would
closes
be
itself
none.
as you're saying this, and the constellation reforms itself into a facsimile of a person. But you just see scattered stars connected by lines and such. There's no real form to it all, just light vaguely in the shape of a person.
Okay.
So, why have you killed my child?
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Siberius facts.
Oh, Siberius. He wanted to go. He was tired, old.
I see. The coward Bell has taken many of my children from me.
You're not Bale. Sorry, I assumed. Who are you?
Me? I am nobody. At least not yet. I have been sealed away. But my children, they are starting to awaken.
Are you talking about the Harbingers, or is it bigger
That
than that?
is what they are called by you, and that is what they are.
So you are their parent.
Yes, you may call me the father, I suppose.
Okay. Why do you ask me about Noom?
Well, Challenger, it's because Noom has brought you to me. Why else would you dream of me?
I see. As you
Now,
can tell, I didn't even notice that this was Noom's doing.
Are you here to free me or to slay me? If it's the latter, be warned, the gods have tried.
How about we just talk? I didn't come here to do anything. I don't
enjoy
feel
the
like...
talking. You see, I have been alone for very, very long. And there is nothing I enjoy more than company.
I can understand that. I don't know how long you've been here, but I had my own period of isolation. And yes, seeking others in isolation was often the best moments. Yeah, as I said
kinder
before.
Than the other challengers.
What do you mean by challenger? Is that because Noom sent me here?
The challengers, it is a color of adrenaline. There are many colors. Yours is the color of challenge.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that of me. Is there... Actually, no, don't answer that. I want to figure that out for myself. I'll figure out what that means.
You swear. You swear you can see a smile on the absolutely featureless void that is the Father.
So this is just... it's just purple, void, stars, clouds. That's the challenger. Well, what about my companions? Are they also challengers?
Of course, challengers clumped together.
There's different types, but we're all the same. We're all challengers. I don't know what that means yet.
Well, I won't spoil the surprise. You have a
Thank
long
you.
journey ahead of you.
I know. I'm excited. We're almost to the first point. You know, having a direction helps a lot. Yeah. When I was a hermit, I just wandered. I really no direction. So knowing where you're going is a new, refreshing feeling.
I have known where I was going the majority of my life. It is only recently that I have found value in wandering. So we walk opposite paths, and yet, when you turn, you find that every step that led you here was leading to this. Your wandering has merit, dreamer.
I always thought it did. It's good to hear someone else say it.
I am glad that you have not come to kill me.
Do people come to kill you often?
The challengers that I have encountered before have all wanted my death. Frankly, I don't understand what about my being is so odious to them. Perhaps it is the things that I have brought with me. But you have made much use of the things I have brought with me in your journey.
What did you bring with you? Are you talking about the recent surge of adrenaline?
That is my partner, my captor, my inmate, I suppose. He has been locked away with me for some time.
I think I know who you're talking about. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I gotta go through notes. I know I have this written down. Are you talking about Vetterwile?
Ah, you know the name.
I knew he was connected to this the change in powers of certain people. Is this where he's sealed?
To seal me away used a significant amount of energy. Energy which came from the world itself.
From Noom?
That is correct. And not just from Noom, the other planets as well.
Are they also like Noom? Is their form like theirs? Just
Is
an
it-
amalgamation of hard to interpret will-less form.
No, the other planets are quite different. You see, when the Six created this world, these realms, they were originally in subservience to Noom. Noom, created first, was featureless. It needed light, and so the stars were created. The other planets were created as places for souls to go. They created heaven as a way for people to climb to the very top of the mountain and meet with the Six themselves, but ever since Baal's war, they have not wanted any such meetings. And so they've created the archangels to act as their intermediary.
King of them.
Does their cowardice not surprise you?
I'm sorry, I missed what you said because I was reading my notes. What's the last thing you said?
The father said, "Does their cowardice not surprise you?"
The written for referred to the gods.
Correct. Omnipotent as they are, they suffer one mild scratch and close off their domain forever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So why is Noom like it is now? Or was it always?
Noom
There's
was
so much
the first creation, obviously. The stars that revolve around it, the other planets. Everything centers around Noom. Is it not unusual for the center of a universe to have the most unique aspects?
Suppose it would.
Everyone in this plane is part of a cycle. Death, life. They go to the other planets for a time. They return to Noom as new life.
I see. The picture is clearer now.
I
don't
glad.
think I would have been able to understand. I don't think I would have been able to glean this from Noom itself. It's complicated, and I haven't been doing it my whole life. I was old before I found Noom, or they found me.
Her machinations are cryptic.
Yes. And hopefully we can find the answers through talking to people who know. Things like this.
Nevertheless, I would like to apologize in advance for the actions of my children.
I think I can understand somewhat why they did it. And I felt like they regretted what happened to them.
Perhaps, but that is Siberia's fact.
Yeah.
My other children are much more terrible.
Yes. No two siblings are the same.
They will cause you and your kind much grief. For this, I apologize.
I can tell you that we will try to understand what they do and why they do it, but we may have to fight them. But I don't want it to be just for the sake of fighting them. But we might.
I see. It is of no major concern to me, only that those that would seek to kill my children would often come to seek to kill me. I sought to ascertain your intentions, and I find that you are no threat to me, though you are conscious of what I am and where I am. When I am, I suppose.
I may be conscious of that, but I still don't understand it. So if you're trying to stay hidden, I could not get back to this place if I tried. Or maybe I
have
could.
no intention of staying hidden. At the soonest convenience, I will slay my captor and I will leave. I am not meant to be confined within this small box.
What do you do if you got out?
I
What's the
am
first
meant
thing you
to
would
be
want to do?
worshipped. And I will see to it that I am.
I'll think about that as well.
Thank you. Challenger, go back to the remainder of your journey. And
Alright.
should you find a way to free me at some point, understand that my favor is great. You would do well to have me on your side.
I'll keep that in mind. I will. So you can't tell me your name after all that
And
talk?
then your light goes out.
Ah.
And then shortly thereafter, you wake up.
Oh, I had a really weird dream. I forgot about it though.
You do not forget about the dream. It's not like that.
You still have the voice
I know.
changer on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you guys remember reading about Vetterwile, the person who was sealed back when everyone had powers like this? Oh, Cashew. My cat's being really loud. Where'd
Oh,
it
so is
go?
mine.
Oh, come on. Okay.
No, if we were told who else was sealed, I don't remember.
It was Vetterwile, King of the Mist, rival to the gods. When he was sealed, the world became weaker, and the adrenaline powers are because the seal was weakened.
Yes,
But
the guy you
I
talked
didn't
to was not Vetterwile.
It was not Vetterwile. It was another person sealed in the same place. They
You had something
referred
to
to
do with the
Vetter.
Harbingers.
Yes,
Yeah.
their father, as they called it. But yeah, they referred to Vetterwile as a fellow prisoner. So I don't know who that was. And up until the end, they seemed pretty benign. But when they said that they were meant to be worshipped, I had to question what they said. I recognize that I trust people easily, and I truly don't know. There's just so much I do not know or understand.
Did you tell us the whole dream?
Yeah, I'll tell you everything.
Well, he did say every other challenger, as he put it, wanted to kill him. There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah, and because we don't know that reason, I can't know their intentions. I didn't feel in any danger, but
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's a little early to be making promises to mysterious dream invading.
No doubt. It was just a nice conversation. I don't know why that happened though, but
He gives very interesting information though. Many colors of adrenaline, which means the kind that we are, who seek each other out to gain power and such, is not the only kind of adrenaline.
Yeah, that was a shock. They said that I was a challenger, but that you were also challengers. Gosh, don't do that.
So maybe Violet Pod is more onto things than she realized that.
Yeah, I that space was definitely violet.
There are others, maybe not with
Fu-
our kind of
Oh,
adrenaline, but maybe different
yeah,
kinds
that.
that have extreme value in different ways.
Did we? You Pog? You posted the naming convention for the dwarves. Did you give the reason for the color, or did you just say color?
Eye
Color
color.
of their eyes.
Color of their eyes, yeah.
Color of their eyes. Okay.
And then some object they saw while they're giving birth. And then the number is just how many times it happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Above board, going forward, any dwarves that appear in the campaign will have a fourth element to their name, which is the community they're from.
Yeah, neat.
Kind of like a
As
clan.
otherwise, two different groups of dwarves might have like a Red Shield 12.
Right. Oh, they got red eyes.
their
That's
eye
actually
color
kinda
could
cool.
correspond. I mean, she has adrenaline. Their eye color could correspond to their type of adrenaline.
I don't think our point of 1 or 2 is enough to
Yeah.
draw that
Yeah.
conclusion.
Oh,
You also notice, for a brief moment, that you have different eye colors.
I do.
Yeah, the torchbearers have different eye colors.
all
Our,
of
from
them.
we don't all have violet eyes, is what he's
Oh,
saying.
sorry, I was specifically talking about the dwarves as they were created by Salcrow. It could have something to do with it.
I think he just gave them weird eye colors for because.
It could be that. It could be that. We don't know at this point.
I don't know, because everything he seemed to do was for some purpose.
Yeah,
But he might not have control over every single aspect
Yeah,
of it.
he might.
So
Yeah, it might
just be
not be
random.
out of his. It might be out of his control what color the eyes are because they're based off of the color of adrenaline. But I don't know. Yeah,
Or
one
just,
data point.
regular genetics. I don't.
Yeah.
Next morning, you are able to.
When we were hanging out with the dwarves, did we see like a whole range of different eye colors, or did they mostly group around like red, violet?
Dwarf eye colors are vary quite a bit.
Okay.
Because some races do tend to be different specific colors or whatever. But
Yeah, they are based around like sort of red, violet, blues. Those are like the most commons for dwarves. But there are other eye colors as well. Like you've seen one green. I'd
okay.
although you've not seen many dwarves, you've only seen like a few dozen, so it's not really enough to confidently say anything about them.
Plus, they were, there might be survivorship bias there too.
The red-eyed dwarves are just built different.
You never know. You never know.
All right. Well,
So
shall
let's
we
get
get
out of
going?
here.
The Starcrest Temple awaits.
Oh boy. Temple Guardians. Just great.
Let's fail twice and trigger the crisis anyways.
No.
All right. So
Hey, I'm all for it. Oven, for example, you can fail right now.
Can't be
I
my
will
roll
spend.
again, is it?
I think we all rolled, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the next day.
No, I can't intentionally fail. I have to
I
just
will
roll back.
I will spend effort to assist you.
Are you? Alright, 1D, risky. Get out. Roll.
Hell yeah.
I succeed.
You are starting to see the light is getting a little bit brighter here. You are not quite at the exit, but you are coming to the point where the exit is clearly approaching. Just a little bit more climbing up and out, and you'll be there.
All right. I've used a lot of effort. I'm old.
Just
So I
trigger
think,
your second one and get it all back. Easy.
all right. Try to start a fight and let me stop you.
Gruel, you are leading these pack of bars way. VP-19 is following shortly after.
Vice President 19.
He's the 19th vice president of Luskalia. It's pretty wild.
Well, that's nothing. I mean, America has had like 55 vice presidents.
I mean,
Yeah,
it'd be
but
Hinkula,
America
not-
doesn't have, like, Dracula.
Yeah, but were those presidents dwarves?
Yeah, but they change like every 4 years too. Where here they probably change far less.
Well,
Term limits are not
her
necessarily.
name's not going to be Violet Pod 19 for long, because we know she becomes Violet Hood.
You are making that up completely.
All of this is made up.
Well, it sounds like a super
5 years from now, it's gonna be Violet Hood.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't think it's going to affect the campaign, but 5 years from now, like after the campaign.
What's she gonna be wearing? She's gonna be like fighting crime in a costume. Like,
Yeah.
such a weird name.
It's like Robin Hood, but but our first name's Violet, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've been doing dumb references the entire session.
Mhm.
Can't help.
It's fine. This is like a lighthearted, fun comedy session.
Uh-oh.
We can have them every now and then.
All right.
You know, as we approach the Starcrest Temple, where things suddenly stop becoming a joke.
Yeah,
that's-
I think usually the lighthearted sessions are a prelude to something, I think.
I mean, Aether Pilgrims is definitely more lighthearted than Faith was. We'll say that.
Well,
I think that's
not
a
hard
free-
to do. Yeah.
I've had dentist appointments more lighthearted than Faith.
Alright, lead the way, Gruel.
Traverse?
Yeah, traverse.
Yes. Anyone want to give effort? I would, but I'm old and winded.
You guys realize like there's stuff after you leave this cave, right?
I believe
True.
in Gruel.
We probably don't need effort.
Yeah, she's got 3 die.
Any cool effort givers in the chat?
You've got 3D, and you just need a 5. Oh, there
Yeah,
we
you're
go.
good, yeah.
Easy.
You just gotta believe. We've already determined this.
Alright, Oven. Gruel, you've led the group to the point where the exit is in sight. It's just one final set of platforming challenges. No, it's just very simply you've got to climb up to a higher level as you are a bit lower. You are in the middle of this cave, you're at the bottom of like a crevice, and simply finding the best way to climb up to the top of the crevice and get out. You can already see the majestic Starcrest Temple off into the distance. This masonry that's been involved is simultaneously ancient, but also with the magic protections placed upon it. It seems like it hasn't aged a day. The white stone of the Starcrest Temple is absolutely marvelous to behold, even in the midst. It's starting to be sundown time at this point, so the actual Starcrest nature of the temple is not quite appearing, but what is known about the temple is that it reflects the starlight and amplifies it, such that if you are standing adjacent to the temple even, you see almost like a planetarium-like effect of the stars being such pronounced in their light that they are significantly more visible than they would be at the normal night sky. And at the top of the temple, it is said that there's ways using the telescopes that's provided there that people can see the stars themselves. Of course, this is just conjecture, as no one has been able to approach. The tower has a powerful force field around it, so you cannot fly in. It blocks teleportation in and out, and no one has been able to open the door. In addition, you are also finding out that there are temple guardians. But, nonetheless, Oven, you've seen a constellation in your sleep, so you're ready to do some star stuff.
Have I seen Constellation?
Not
Rise?
Oven, Zephyr.
Yes. I
You-
saw it.
Oven dreamed of the Big Dipper.
Completely unrelated. Just
He had a dream where you reached up into the night sky, grabbed the Big Dipper and beat someone over the head with it.
Watch Zephyr pop 2 1s.
Yeah, crit fail, crit fail, crit fail.
All right.
Do it.
Traverse. I have 1 effort I could spend if I fail. Here we go.
It's
The
traversing.
whole thing just collapsed under us just as we're about to leave.
It's traversing time.
Show success! Woo! I'll take
the complication.
I'll take
The
crisis and
complication-
escape.
Hey, no.
Oh, good. Okay.
Complication is dragon enmity up.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
I'll not let you just freely get crisis. You try.
Oh, I genuinely thought I could. So
I see. I
yeah,
see.
no, it makes sense. Yeah, put it on something that's going to continue carrying over.
As you are climbing out and making your way out, the kobolds finally have made their way back to the dragon. Boss, we got a problem. It's they blocked our arrows. They're escaping with the dwarf. The dragon's eyes open in rage,
Oh shit.
but not enough
And
rage
we don't
to
know
actually.
any of this.
Not enough rage to go up and do anything, but enough that it's heard too much. The enmity is half filled, but the dragon is not yet awoken.
It's kind of like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you need to pee, but it's cold out and it's really warm under the blankets. And it's like, maybe I can just not.
I kind of get it, but it's a little bit different than that.
He's seething silently.
The way I would describe it is there is a person that you have on your friends list on some messaging app that you are not really friends with, but they are repeatedly messaging you about some problem that they have. And you've ignored a few messages, but they will not stop. And it's gotten to the point where you are going to have to address this problem at some point. But the last message you received is 2 a.m.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
At some point, the dragon will do something about it, but not today. And so, as you come out, it is almost nighttime. The sun is just starting to go down. The magnifying effect of the Starcrest Temple's enchantments cause all the stars to be larger than usual. And as you step out, 2 giant stone slabs fall from the heavens and appear in front.
Ah!
The stone slabs are revealed to have arms first, then legs, then a head as they unfurl themselves from these highly compact cylindrical forms into the golems that they are.
Out there.
Their heads begin to float slightly above the rest of their body, which is solidly connected. Then their arms float apart, then their legs and their torsos. You can see lightning connecting the various stone features of the Guardian.
Awesome.
One of them is painted red on its head, the other is painted blue on its head. Blue looks down upon all of you, as it is not a large, but a huge creature. Are you Viridian?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
Very well. Are you Shelmaritian?
No.
No.
We're from Mistville.
Very well. You have not been warned. Let this be your first warning. The Starcrest Temple has been closed. No one is to enter in or out. Please return from whence you came.
Who's greeting us exactly? Sorry.
The 2 guardians.
Which
The
is
stone golem.
We've got a pilgrimage we have to be doing that starts here.
Oven,
that
Oven, just
how-
punch him in the head. Just knock him out again. It worked last time.
You think I should? Okay.
His head is
No,
like
no.
20 feet off the ground.
Yeah. You can't reach it.
I mean, I could try and run up him and punch him in the head.
This is false.
You are not on a pilgrimage. None of you possess the blood of Bryquin.
Oof.
Oh, well, that's good to know, I guess.
Well, no, but we've got Gruel. That's
I shall Mauritian, and then Gruel does like the star cycle stuff she used to do, like where like each of her joints would like sort of shine as if it's a star in a constellation, pointing upwards from the sky. I guess it goes through. We're not outside, are we?
You are
Yeah,
outside. You're like
right
coming,
outside the
basically
cave.
like the cave exit. You come out, and there's the Starcrest Temple.
Are those crickets I hear? Oh shit! It is nighttime. Hey.
Yeah, it's like not quite the sun's down. You know, like the sky is violet almost. The sky is almost like Pod 19.
Aha.
Yeah, Gruel will just step up and like slam the bottom of her staff into the ground with both her hands, and like the stars from a few stars from the sky will shine down and like illuminate each of her joints, like her elbows, her knees, maybe her knuckle joints, stuff like that.
So you are Shelmaritian.
oh crap.
Yes.
I think that's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
No, because they had already gotten a warning. I thought.
Yeah.
They're probably the only ones
Answer
allowed
this,
in.
and we shall allow you to live.
Oof.
How is it that your leader was able to bypass the door?
Gruel scratches like the back of her head. Leader Red Cape.
That is correct.
Don't know. Leader went ahead.
I see. He did not make it far. He ran. Ha 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 ha. Shelmaritians, you are not welcome.
Gruel points at the stars and then points at the temple. Star Temple.
The temple has been controlled by Bryquin, and will remain controlled by Bryquin. Your resemblance to our queen is irrelevant. Your power of Shalmaris is irrelevant. The giant runes the no move has is irrelevant. Pretenders, you are not true pilgrims.
We talked to Bryquin.
Bryquin is not here.
Bryquin's out in the ocean somewhere or something. It's guys.
We gotta find him.
I really hate saying this, but I don't think we've got a way around this that isn't fighting.
Finance!
Owen, knock him out.
Oven and the the golems just play Rock'em Sock'em robots with each other.
How tall are these things? Probably pretty tall, right?
They're about 15 to 20 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
And as you say this, as you're like sizing them up and clearly like not leaving, suddenly the red one who was not talking claps its two stone hands together, and clouds begin to form immediately overhead. Lightning strikes down into its hands, and it catches the lightning, making a sword out of pure electricity. It points it towards you all.
Okay, we leave.
Guys, don't stand with two legs on the ground or something. I forget how it goes.
As you say, okay, we leave, VP-19 steps forward. Excuse me, Mr. Golem sirs, or madams, or... I apologize, I do not know the gender ideology that ascribes to golems. Please allow my friends and I passage, as it is my dream to enter the Starcrest Temple.
Oh shit. We're gonna get bopped.
Blue looks...
For Viridian construct. I shall purge your existence.
Oh shit!
And Blue
Can I roll
creates
Excel
a
to
battle axe.
Oh.
Sorry, can you roll Excel?
I don't know if it'd be Excel or Endure to just try to get in the way of an attack. Are they attacking? I don't know what they're doing.
Sure, I will allow it here, Excel, because this guy's about to slam down with the battle axe.
Oof. Is this risky?
This is risky.
Okay.
Don't worry. If you take the damage, I can take the damage from you. Oh, nice.
Gruul, you have an extra powered effect because the amplification of the Starcrest Temple is making all of your star magic even stronger. Describe how you block or intercept this attack.
Let's see. As soon as Gruul sees the blue golem like start to like grab their weapon, she's going to very, very quickly just rush forward and push and like shove Violet Pod 19. She's gonna have like her like joints are gonna like glow even brighter, and as she runs forward, you can see like streaks of light, like sort of like the Flash. She like pushes Violet Pod, and she probably goes with them, I guess, because I guess she doesn't get hit.
Yep. Where the lightning connects with the ground, you hear shortly after, as it hits, thunder fall. The lightning battle axe collapses and singes the ground where it hit. And the shockwave of it is enough to nearly knock Dougle's hat off. But Dougle, thankfully, using the power of stick, your hat will never fall off.
How dare they?
The bargeways immediately hide out of the way. And at this, Violet Pod 19 takes her 2 daggers out and holds them up in the same not menacing pose that she did before. Very well. I am Violet Pod 19, Wyvern Hunt. I am not certain if my daggers can cut through stone, but I'm willing to try.
Probably not.
And that
Violet Hunt. Violet Hunt.
is where we'll end our session. The next session will be the battle against the 2 Guardians.
But it's so early.
It's
It
session
is,
time.
but this fight will last long enough that it will be overtime if we do.
Fair.
You can stop halfway through a fight.
And so,
going.
everyone, let's do our end of session clocks, or rather XP that we
Ooh.
discussed.
Oh yeah, this is good because I'm gonna level up.
All right, let's start with Zephyr then, because Zephyr's first in the list.
No
I don't know what list
combat.
you're referring to, but
There's a player
I-
list that I can see.
Yeah, I'd say I addressed challenges with patience, wisdom, or experience. That's so similar to number 2.
oh, yeah, I run into that too a lot.
Express my heritage, backgrounds, or beliefs through my actions 100%. I would say that dream, would you call that a challenge?
Yes, I would actually.
Okay. So 2. And was it also a potentially violent situation?
No.
It feels like double dipping. Yeah, so I'll say 2. So that's 2 pips.
It's the most you could have gotten anyways, so.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. All right, I level up.
Then next is Hats as
I think overcame inherent self-doubt to express myself. Like, whichever one you want to categorize it under. I think that Dougal just talking up about please don't encourage her to be a thief, and hey, let's hold back on the adrenaline talk a little bit, I feel is very true to Dougal. I don't know that I've got another one besides that, but I don't mind it being a 1
that's-
XP thing.
I think everyone in that conversation expressed their background
Yeah.
beliefs.
Yeah, that's a sign of a good conversation.
and Gruul.
Maybe this might be a reach. I address challenges with compassion, wisdom, or perseverance when I say VP 19 at the end there.
That's not a reach at all.
Okay. Then expressed heritage, background, or beliefs from actions. We're at the Starcrest Temple. I did the star stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
100%.
But there's one.
Help protect nature and destruction. I don't know if I did
No, there's
that.
one more XP because you engaged in a challenge.
Oh, true. Okay. Big 3.
Almost at 11.
True.
And now, Oven.
Express background beliefs, yes. Address challenge with strength, leadership, or force. I don't know. We did a lot of talking.
Yeah.
I'll give myself the 1.
All right. And what are we thinking of calling this one here?
Violet Hood 5 years before.
No.
Yes.
No.
The Rise of Violet Hood.
I promise I did not come up with the name of this character to come up with this idea because the idea is too good. But the idea is escape pod.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That works. Is Violet Pod.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that could work.
The reason why she's called Violet Pod is because the dwarves were made in pods originally.
And so that would be the first thing they see.
That's why there's freaking 19 of them.
There's also a lot of shields. Hello. Thank you everyone for coming, even though we are just now ending. Next week will be 12:30 regular start time. If you're not familiar, 12:30 CST. We will have a battle with some stone golems. I will also have the VOD up. I've been intentionally avoiding doing VOD so that we have a buffer. That way, when inevitably we miss a session for a week, we still have a VOD.
I mean, people can always watch the VOD on Twitch, can't they?
They can also watch the VOD on Twitch. That's correct. Thank you all for coming. I also found out Twitch has added a tabletop RPG category, so we're no longer going to be in the Dungeons and Dragons category. We're finally free. Wizards of the Coast.
The WOTC.
All right. Great session. Lots of good RP moments. Lots of crab.
Big
Yeah.
crabs.
Good stuff.
Have a good one, everyone.